All
Our new
right.
group name is Trainwreck. Like,
Oh yeah.
I especially love the moment where Hatoom told the embassy about this mighty powerful artifact, and they promptly left and started looking for it. That was cool.
Oh yeah.
Serve.
Okay, so
Now we just need someone to talk to the Dwendalian Empire, and yeah, and see what happens then.
Hmm.
okay, so well, as you know, you were innocently looking in Calmaro. A misguided spider, suspicious-looking people saw you taken not to the normal jail, but to the Cerulean Palace itself. But you guys are all in jail. Needless to say, you don't have your weapons with you, though. As people have pointed out, some people have different types of weapons, not the least of which is, summon weapons, all that good stuff. We're going to start this adventure inside of the jail, deep in the bowels of the Cerulean Palace. We have Amber, kind of. We have Cadis, Kalen, and Bass. We'll say you've gotten through the night, and morning comes. According to the guards, which look like they're about to change shift, you could be in here another couple of days before you seek an audience. And needless to say, these are no joke guards. They're watching your every move. So Amber, Cadis, Base, Kalen, what would you like to do?
I would like to get out of here,
jailbreak.
but I don't think we are in the position to do that yet, or maybe. But do we want to do that? I'm not sure. Is there any forms of like a metal cup or something, wooden cup in this jail?
Oh, you're treated relatively nicely. I mean, every so often some food arrives for you. Yeah, I imagine metal cups would be the way to go, and on a metal tray with some food that's quite edible, all things considered.
Oh, nice. Kayla wants to pick up one of these cups and just like glide them alongside the rails of the jail on the inside, and being all gloomy as he does so.
Hey, cut that out! Keep it down!
Maybe Kalen should try to speak to the guards and get on their good side. Kalen's gonna ask, "So, mister, tell me, why have you chosen to become a guard?
Just shut up.
Is it like some form, kind of interest to you? Did anyone in your family, someone you look up to, were some kind of guards?" And he's gonna try to be like mildly interested in the guard's story.
The guard just glares at you and goes back to watching you closely. He does not respond.
Yeah, okay, I understand. But if you ever want to talk about it, please let me know. I would love to hear about it.
Okay. He continues to ignore you. Bass, Cadis, are you doing anything? Oh, Cadis is leaning against the back wall, just patiently waiting, but he's definitely waiting. What about Mr. Bass?
Bass is just laying on the bed, hands behind his head, looking up at the ceiling, trying to contemplate some type of plan, but no actions yet.
Alright. After about another... the guard shift, it's seemingly kind of around the dusk dawn time. And, now is about dawn. And the two guards leave, and another two guards. And these guards, you've seen them around town, they're the Hands of Ord. Very much the police force of Ankoral. And that they wander in. One's a regular human with short, bright cropped hair. And the other one is a bit taller than the human. He's got dark brown skin and fiery red hair. Now, when I say fiery red hair, I don't mean brightly coloured red hair. I mean red hair that's literally on fire. Looking kind of similar to Kalen, all things considered.
Oh shit! Can I make a perception check?
You don't need to.
But in the ways of this person spotting me before I spot him.
Oh,
If you,
he spotted you. I mean, his guard is to watch you. His
Yeah.
job is to watch you.
but did Kalen manage to spot him before he spotted Kalen? Because if he did, Kalen would probably just pull back into a corner and be like, make himself as stealthy as possible, or hide his identity in some kind of way.
Make a perception check, please.
Perception. Ah, nah. He doesn't care. He's still he's still focused on the other guard.
Yeah, he sees you. What do you do?
I think Kalen is gonna. Well, he's gonna pretend. He's gonna see him, and he's gonna be like, "Oh shit," and then pretend to not recognize him, and it's gonna be awkward.
He approaches right next to the bars of the cell, tries to make eye contact with you, and beckons you over. Amber! Hooray!
Yeah. Kalen's gonna approach Agon and be like, "Well, I didn't plan to meet you in such a place. How are you?"
Come a bit closer, bro. I can't hear you.
Kalen's gonna make a little grin and be like, I don't really want to. Do I have to?
Come a little closer, bro. I can't hear you.
Fine. And he's gonna approach closer.
Okay.
Oof.
Some dogs in there, apparently.
You didn't mention he had a hound with him.
Maybe that's Amber barking.
Maybe. A big dog. There we go. Kalen, what's your armor class? Without
I guess
armor?
it's. Oh, I don't think it's more than 11.
So, this other fire genasi grabs you by the collar, pushes you back from the bars, and then pulls you back into the bars. And you take 3 points of damage as your nose is smashed against the edge of the bars. Says, you piece of shit! That's for Zarin!
What the hell, Agon? That's not really necessary, is it?
He still grabbed you by the collar. Been wanting to do that for years.
Yeah, I can imagine, but like, this isn't a fair playground, is it?
He tries to smash your face into the bars again, but he rolls a 5. So he's struggling, he's still got hold of you around the collar, and he's trying to pull you, but you're resisting. So this is your grand adventure you're going on, is it? Leaving the family, this is what you found?
Yeah, well, hopefully our adventure aren't done yet. But we didn't really exactly plan to end up in a place like this. Obviously.
And here you are, Kalen. I know you always look down on me, but who's looking down on who now?
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I guess the situation has changed, but, well, you know, that's life, isn't it? The situation can change once more.
Cheeky bastard. And he rolls another 17, smashes your nose in once again for another 4 points of damage.
Can I try to break away from him?
Sure. I'll roll this. He rolls an 11. +2 to strength, so you
Uh,
beat an 11.
can I do athletics?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, nice. I'm just gonna pull myself away from his grip and be like, Again, stop it. This isn't really necessary. I understand that you're furious and irritated, but really? Are you gonna hit me while I'm locked behind bars?
Well, I certainly enjoyed it, so yeah. And
Yeah, I can imagine.
what
But
did
I
you think
think,
would happen when I bick and drove you, dumb shit?
well, I haven't seen you for years. I try to be optimistic. Maybe you had something nice to say for once.
Well, you buggered off. Let me make why are you here, Kalen? I know the nonsense you and your friends, I'm gonna say, did outside the Calmaro. What are you doing back in Ankaral?
You want me to be completely honest with you? You know
Nah,
I'm not gonna be honest with you.
tell me lies, you dipshit. Of course I want the truth. Why are you here?
I'm gonna make the story as short as possible, but I'm gonna give you some of the truth anyway. We're chasing a rare artifact, and, well, one thing led to the other. We went through a portal, ended up back in Ankarel, and now we're here, trying to looking for clues.
I'm looking for what, sorry?
Clues.
Clues?
Like, yeah, I can write it. Clues.
Oh, clues. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, clues.
Clues. Ah, so treasure hunting it is then, is it?
As always, as always.
What are you looking for?
I'm not going to tell you that because I'm not really sure what you're going to do with that kind of information. The only thing you need to worry about is that it's pretty powerful.
So what are you planning to sell it?
Not in the first order. I think we're going to use this artifact to, well, make things happen. Like, not chaotic, of course, but one thing is going to lead to the other, which will make us even more wealthy and even more powerful. Hopefully we'll stumble across more knowledge. You know I like knowledge, right? The one thing you don't really care too much about.
Listen, Galen. I may not be as smart as you, but I know how to play my cards right. And before long, I'm going to be, shall we say, hitting up the hand of Ord. I'm well on my way there now. I asked specifically to come down here when I heard there was another fire genasi here. So you're off on another adventure, right? I assume these idiots are your friends?
Oh yeah, definitely idiots and definitely my friends.
You know that, you go on another one of these silly adventures, someone's gonna die, right? Someone exactly like Zagan.
Well, Kalen is like, his eyes are not able to confront Agon at this point because it's kind of a hard topic to talk about. And it's gonna be like, you know that wasn't my fault, right? I tried my best to help him.
Yeah, and your best wasn't good enough. So you're happy to sacrifice these idiots for your treasure hunting ambitions?
We're all in the same situation when it comes to treasure hunting, and we all know the risks involved with it. And if I were to say so myself, this party that I've become a part of, they're all pretty, what to say, resourceful. They know their way around life. And I don't think we're gonna have too much problem with the dangers we're facing. But
Kalen,
yeah,
Kalen, you're literally in jail, you dumb shit. How resourceful could they be?
do you want to know the reason why we're in jail?
Because you're an idiot.
Nah, because this is some how do I say it in English? Authoritarian place. It has become like this the last years while I've been away. do you have something to do with this?
No.
Imprisoning people based on weak acquisitions?
Look, people are very touchy-feely about this whole Calamaro thing. And from what I understand it, you're poking around in there, got caught, and here you are. I mean, we have the Allegiance looking there, we have the Vermilion Dream looking there, we have the Cobalt Soul looking into it. Very, very precious things down here. And the mere fact that you're here shows how touchy-feely they are about the whole subject.
Yeah, I can understand that, but do you guys have any evidence at all? Like, to me, it seems like it's only weak claims as of why we're here. Some of the guards thought we were, well, going to poke into things we don't really know anything about, and then just apprehended us at the streets. To me, it seems, well, not 100% fully, damn,
Make me
like
a make me
weak claims.
make me a persuasion check, Kalen.
Persuasion. Oh my god. Oops.
And just out of character, you had a chance to persuade someone who's very powerful in the Hand of Ord to maybe talk. Maybe you had a low chance of this working out and maybe bringing around. But with a natural one, if there was a natural one that was deserved, with a wah wah wah,
It was worth a try.
you've got one. Look, Kalen, I don't give a rat's ass why you're here. Some very powerful people are very annoyed with you at the moment. I wish you the best of luck. And he gets out and he leaves and is replaced by another guard.
Or he leaves.
Yep.
I want to. Kaelin's gonna be like, again, by the way, even though I know we aren't at the best terms at the moment or haven't been in the last years, I still want to say that I'm impressed with your efforts in climbing this high as you have. And even though, like, I think you should hear that.
He pauses just before he leans, turns around, puts a hand through the bar ready to shake your hand.
I'm gonna be hesitant and be like, "Ah, sure." Kaelin's gonna say sure and then grab his hand.
As that would hit, and you take
Yeah.
another 1 point of damage as he pulls you into the bars once again. Your face smashes.
Ah, damn.
He gets out and leaves.
Who
Tough
would have
shit.
thought?
Okay, so with Kalen with a fairly bloodied face at this point, we will switch to the outside. Oh, actually, is there anything else people want to... as now you're alone away from your brother? Any conversations you wish to have? Bass, Cadus, Amber?
So just look at Kalen and say, really? You're gonna fall for it a third time?
Well, I guess it is kind of like that when you're, well, having some kind of pity for someone. You try to, well, think the best of them. In the end, it's just me feeling somewhat sad for him.
Well, ask Sadness how your face feels.
Yeah, it hurts. I'm not gonna lie. He's a strong guy. He's a strong guy, but I mean, I guess he has to have something for him. And I guess that one thing is his strength.
Ambassador's just gonna lay back down on his bed with his head up to the sky and arms behind his back, just waiting again.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Speaking of Hatoom. You do. Or say you spend the evening in one of the local inns that you're familiar with.
Oh yeah. I think before Hatoom would have gone to rest, he would have sent a sending to the others. Let's say Cadis, and just let's see, paraphrasing, asking how they're doing, and if the group has anything they would like Hatoom to do while he's out and free,
Okay.
not in prison.
Can you go to my meeting for me?
Oh. Let's see what Cadis is typing first.
Good.
There we go.
And I think, yeah, Hatoom would have gone to that meeting if there's still time. And, well, see if this owl person shows up.
Okay, just a sec. Okay, so you had a meeting with Master Aradine the Owl. That's right, Amber?
I was supposed to before all this happened.
It was an animal messenger sent to someone
Oh, yes,
who
yes.
might
Yeah,
be
an owl
resembling-
messenger sent to meet with somebody who matches Aradine's appearance.
which
And
was
we'll-
male Goliath in red clothing, or vermilion clothing,
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
vermilion clothing with potentially their sigil on it.
and to meet at one of the inns, right?
Yeah, in fact, I think it was meeting at this yellow circle is what this was.
Okay, well, let's say the Yellow Circle, because that's where you were meeting the... oh, that's right. That was also where you meet with Io and everybody else there. Okay, so Hatoom, when you receive this message back, I assume you go to the meeting place.
Oh, yes.
Okay. You don't see any Goliath there in red clothing.
He's gonna find some inconspicuous place to observe and look for people with vermilion clothing, or perhaps Alois in Telfen, perhaps.
Oh, sure. Make a perception check.
And he's gonna guide himself, if that's possible.
Ooh, I have a cool new guidance effect. Watch this.
Oh, nice.
You can
Okay,
also maybe try to smell them out too.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
27. That is good. Okay, just tick. You do see, with that perception roll, someone, it's a human, and they're wandering around in a red cloak, and they kind of are looking around, trying to spot. They're on the lookout for someone.
Well, he's going to do what he always does as a diplomatic action. He's going to just wander up behind this cloaked individual and say, "Hello, I think you might be looking for a friend of mine."
So, who is this friend? Who are you looking for, bud? What's going on? Looking for a friend of yours? I don't know. What?
Well, a friend of mine wanted to meet with. He's gonna give him a look over. Friend, or perhaps your leader, I think. A pretty owlish person, you would say, if I could describe him. Big owlish person.
It's
Um,
I um one just does not get a meeting with the owl that easily. Just summoning him is not good enough. So I don't know who your
no.
friend is. I'm not sure who they're setting birds away for. But if you want to do something for the owl, well, you're gonna have to do something for us, shall we say?
Interesting. Perhaps let's find a more discreet place, and you can tell me.
He takes you off to a more quieter place in the river district.
Oh, and while we're doing that, I'm going to ascertain if he might be leading me into an ambush of sorts
Sure.
to be on
Insight.
guard. Yeah.
He seems nervous. He almost seems as nervous of you as you are perhaps of him. And he says, look, the owl is quite an influential person, shall we say. Let me also say that he has interests in the Lux Runs Casino. Are you familiar with the Lux Runs Casino?
Oh, yes, I've heard of it. A place where great wealth congregates, you could say.
Oh, a lot of wealth, and let's just say the owl has some vested interest in.
Hmm.
Rumor has it that the casino is going to be hit in 3 days' time from. You can prevent that from all going down. We'll give you the appropriate credentials to act as guards and things like that. If you can prevent the casino from being robbed, then perhaps I can arrange an owl.
Hmm. That's an interesting proposition. And how long was it until the others had their trial?
All going well, they would be out in time before before this job would go down.
Okay. Well, I'll have to discuss that with my colleagues. But, well, I think my friend has seeks information that I think only your master knows about. So I think we might be working closely. I'll consider that. Um, if we decide to do that, should we just head to the casino and um, tell them that we want to be picked up as guards? Should we tell them about the possible hit, or should we keep that a secret?
Just mention to one of the guards that Jahil sent you.
Jahil sent us. Okay.
Right? Might be seeing you in a few days. And it gets up and walks away from you.
Well, after that is done, I'll relay that information with my last third level slot for the day, and well, do ascending to Amber and relay that information that the meeting went well. The owl didn't show up, but they had a job for us, and if we did that, we might meet the owl. And mention that it involves the Lux Run Casino.
You respond, Amber?
Yeah. Trying to think of a reply that would fit with sending. Basically, she would respond with just that'd be great. Are we able to get out of here before we need to get the mission?
Hatoom's gonna panic a bit at the reply because he's all out of spell slots. So he's like, "Oh, I can't talk to her before next day." Okay.
So, the next day comes. After you spend the night in a quiet inn, perhaps, Hatoom, morning comes again. Your friends are still in jail. You do.
Well, there's at least two things. Well, three things now. I'll do ascending and say that if all goes well, they might be out in time for the job to still be doable, to sort of say. Mention that it's 3 days, so yeah.
Okay.
And for my two other things, I first wanted to meet up with Ayojabe and try to use the spell Remove Curse on her arm. That was had something to do with that artifact she fiddled with, causing her to get like ruidus like colored streaks in her arms. Or her arm.
Hello, Hatoom. You said you had something that perhaps could heal this. You said it's very draining. And you once it arms at these red, vein-like streaks on her arm.
Well, I'm not sure if this will work. If it's a curse, it might. But if not, we'll have to think of something else. Here goes. And he's going to touch her arm and close his eye in contemplation as his shield lights up. He's going to direct that light over to her arm and try to cast Remove Curse on her.
Okay, so you cast Remove Curse. You feel the power of the Luxon flowing through you as maybe you've done this before, and you look down at her arm. Exactly the same.
Ah, drat.
I don't think I don't appreciate the effort, but it seems this is perhaps more complicated than we thought.
Perhaps there are someone who has researched this kind of thing. Perhaps it's happened before. See if you can find out anything from the Allegiance of Allsight. They might know something.
We're still working with various leads there, and we will get back to you whenever we can. It's slow going.
Well, I wish you luck, and keep in touch if anything happens.
Will do. Perhaps we should meet at the River District again come morning. We'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Okay, and Ayo and the rest of them go about their business.
And then comes the dreaded time for his third thing he wanted, or he's forced
Yes.
to do.
No.
So he's gonna suck it up and head over to his family's estate, and see if they can pull some strings.
So you head back to your family estate, and estate is the right type of word. It's quite, it's nice. And it's actually not that far away from where you're wanting to go. It's down here. Oh, you're not doing locate object. Let me just take that thing off you.
Oh, yeah.
And, you go back to your house. It's been a while since you've been here, since you've left. There are a couple of guards there, not members of the order, but a couple of the guards, and they say, Hatoom! Oh, this is a surprise. Good to see you.
Oh, hi guys.
Oh, what brings you
Been
back?
a while.
It's been too long. What's going on? Where you been?
Oh, I was in Shorehouse across the waters, studying and learning all sorts of things, dunamancy and all strange stuff they only have in Shorehouse.
Well,
Kryn Dynasty.
that's fantastic. Are you here to stay?
Oh, well, perhaps in the future, but for now I'm traveling, you could say, on a quest. I'm an adventure now, sort of.
Look, I don't want to say. I think it's best if you just go and have a talk to Bram and Canoon.
I suppose it is. Are they in?
Just go into the waiting room. I'm sure Simone can fix them for you.
Oh, thank you. Wringing his hands in nervous anticipation.
Okay. So you enter through the familiar kind of garden area at the front of the house, go through the big main double doors, and you see Simone there. Simone, so a human once again, dark. Oh, she's got dark hair, kind of neatly plaited behind it. She's oh, Hatoom, my darling, it's so nice to see you. This is a pleasant surprise.
Thank you. It's good to be back. I'm not staying permanently. I have come in a matter of great importance, you could say.
Well, listen, sweetheart. It's a joy to see you, no doubt. But your parents know you are here, and they were suspecting that you would come. And from what I hear, from what the servants say, you made a little visit to the embassy.
Oh, yes, a little visit, just to check in. Well, that relates to why I'm here, sort of.
And you know, sweetheart, that embassy staff likes to gossip, right?
Yes, that is true.
Well, let's just say
Don't.
that it made the rounds that there was a rather large gentleman matching your description asking about powerful artifacts. So they know you're here, and let's just say they're not happy.
Oh, I could see that. Finally coming back after all these years and heading back to the embassy might ruffle some feathers,
Oh,
you could say.
feathers have been ruffled, sweetheart, don't you worry. Anyway, shall I fetch your parents?
Ah, yes, please. Have to get it over with, I guess. Yes.
So Simone scuttles off, and you're left alone in this familiar waiting area. And after a couple of 10 or so minutes, your father, Bram, and your mother, Kunum, they both approach looking formally attired. Both Bram is wearing a suit of sorts, and Kunum is, wearing a very stylish, elegant dress that goes all the way down past her ankle. And they sit in the complete opposite area of the waiting room. I don't say anything. Just glare at you.
Ah, father, it brings me great pleasure to find me back in our estate. It's good to see you.
Glad someone's finds this meeting pleasant.
Well, I know we parted on some strange ways, you could say. I know you didn't quite approve of me going to Shoras, but I've been taking good care of. Whatever your concerns, they should be alleviated. I've learned a lot, more than I could have in just diplomacy. I learned about Kryn secrets like dunamancy. It's very interesting. Magic by mathematical formulas, and very interesting. But I'm sorry, I shouldn't waste this time to talk about Shoras. It's well, it's been far too long. I'm sorry I haven't been in contact. They kind of wanted me to um, leave all sort of worldly matters behind in my studies.
Your father takes a deep breath. You claim you have learned things while abroad? Gotten smarter? You've grown up as a person? Is that my understanding, Hatoom?
Well, in many ways I've learned much, but in other ways I'm still pretty young. There's still much to learn. You never stop learning, you know.
And you're still so foolish as to wander in an embassy and tell them about a great artifact in the city?
Well, I guess you've heard about it. To be honest, I'm quite desperate. I fear my friends might be in grave danger, or, well, the world or parts of the world might be in great danger if they don't escape. Marquette might be in danger. This artifact has fallen into the wrong hands, you could say.
What
I
is
think
this
we all
artifact, Hatoom? Tell me everything you know.
spilling all your secrets, guys.
Oh well.
Well, I guess parents are the most trustworthy people in the world, I should think.
Wait,
And
what?
you know more about more about this diplomatic stuff than I. You're experienced diplomats and ambassadors. So, well, in my journeys in Shoras, I was told by Master Cross of Den Umbrifar, which I've been taken into, to seek memories in the world, and in those journeys, I made some friends, and we happened upon something. Uh, have you heard about something called a vestige of divergence? It has to do with the calamity and ancient history.
Yes, we are familiar.
Well, we happened on one such item, but now it seems everyone, and I mean literally every faction we've met upon, is also after this item, and well, the things my friend, our leader, has seen in contact with this item um, means dire news if someone not good would be to have this thing, I think. And it's I don't know much about it, but it has something to do with the calamity and something that happened during it. Something about the change bringer and her favored servant. Something about the Thorag, the crawler below, and this hero of the calamity being imprisoned somewhere, and we believe that somewhere to be perhaps Kale Marrow.
That is, interesting. Why have you come crawling back with your tail between your legs?
Well, it has to do with my friends. Well, they're imprisoned in the Cerulean Palace. I thought perhaps I could pull some strings, but with the Kryn Embassy, and that's why I went there. I'm sorry for not coming here sooner. I feared you might not approve of my lifestyle or life choices, you could say.
That
It's
is,
not because I don't like like you anymore, and it's not something like that. I'm just, uh, yeah,
you know we
and I don't.
didn't want you going poking around in the Kryn Empire. We wanted you to stay here and work the diplomatic circles. That is not the life you want?
I'm not sure. I feel a part of me wants that, and then some distant part of me wants different things. I think there's a part of me that wants to study ancient magics. There's a part of me that just wants to create amazing weapons uh, and arm wrestle. There's a part of me that gives me a vibe that I want to tame fearsome beasts. A part of me that wants to wander tall peaks, and a part of me that wants to serve in, well, military forces to guard the realms of mortal kind. I'm not sure what Hatoom wants, and if that's something that can be aligned. I'm not sure what I want in life, to be true. I mean, I like the diplomatic circles. I like mending bonds of hatred and distrust. I like that. I like reading people, getting a read on them and knowing what they want and trying to help them gain that while also benefiting from it. And I think I have the... I should make a good diplomat, I think. It's an observation if I should make that of myself, but, well, I just don't know anymore.
Hatoom, we have some strings that we could pull for sure that would get your friends out. As you know, in this game that we play with diplomatics, they always give and take. We need something from you, too. Let's see how well you can read the room. What is it that you think we want?
I think you want me to cut the strings with the Kryn dynasty and come back here and, well,
I
work with you.
want you to give up the climbing of mountains that you said. I want you to give up studying this stupid dunamancy or whatever it is. I want you to give up on your friends. I want you to be whole, 100% focused on working with us as a diplomat. Say goodbye to your past life. Say goodbye to the things you were interested in. It's what we want. It's the price you must pay, Hatoom. Go solve these things. Go on this adventure. But after that, come back here. Say goodbye to this Luxon nonsense. Say goodbye to studying. Say hello to diplomacy. That's the price, Hatoom.
Well, that is a hard ask, but let me ponder on that for a few hours, if you allow me to.
Of course.
I'll stay here in the estate, but I'll give you my answer before I leave.
It's fine, Hatoom. It's a big decision. Contemplate it. At your leisure. But just to be clear, you take under this task, we will get your friends released. You may go seek out this vestige of divergence. But once your adventuring is done, old life goes away, and you stay with us as a diplomat. Take your time, Hatoom.
Thank you.
They nod and leave you to your thoughts.
Hatoom's gonna just walk about, ponder, go back to his childhood room, and just collapse into the bed and shout into a pillow and just, what do I do? And try praying and doing anything to the Luxon for guidance on what to do, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay.
At least for, a few hours.
Sure. Would you, Christian, like some time to contemplate the decision?
Oh yeah, sure. Give me a couple of minutes.
Sure. Why don't we take an earlier than normal break then, and we'll come back in 5 minutes and give Christian some time to think about it. Sound good, guys?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds good.
Let me pace a bit
Sounds
in the room
good.
and think.
Okay, see you in 5, guys. So,
So, yeah.
Hatoom, contemplation in your old childhood room. What does Hatoom do?
I guess he's gonna decide and go find his parents.
Hey,
Father, mother, I've come to a decision.
well, let us hear it.
Well, this quest, you could say, that I'm on with my friends is too important for, I could say, my wants and needs, or the Kryn dynasty's wants and needs. So, yes, I'll give up on the Luxon and the dynasty and all that. After we found what we seek.
Do we have your word for this, Hatoom?
Yes, I give you my word.
Oh, we have an agreement then. We will free your friends and finish whatever this quest that you're on. You come back here and work as a diplomat. A diplomat.
Yes, I will.
Your mother, up to this point, who is being silent, your father comes, does all the conversation. She walks up to you and embraces you in a warm hug. Say, it'll be good to have you home, Hatoom.
Yes, I think it will be good. Thank you, mother. Thank you, father. I miss the heat. I miss the dryness. The oasis. The baths. This should be good, I think.
Well, we will make the appropriate contacts, and your friends will be free within the hour.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And your father goes, well, off you go then. Gets adventurer done with. We look forward to welcoming you back as a diplomat, Hatoom.
Thank you. It's important business, Dad. It is, I promise.
Best get it done then.
I will, sir.
Okay.
And I guess Hatoom leaves. Gives a warm smile to Sunum and the guards as he leaves.
Okay. It's your mystic Cadus. Hatoom agreed with the deal. Sorry, I thought you were back. He agreed with the deal. So, there we go. Okay, so you leave your family estate, and we'll switch it back to the Cerulean Palace. You guys are waiting, contemplating. Eventually, your bro comes back, Caleb. Alright, you bunch of knuckleheads, you're free to go. And he unlocks the gate for you. Go on,
What?
get out
Without
of here.
a trial?
If you want a trial, I can arrange that. Just leave.
Well,
Can you take me to my armor and sword?
He hands you out a bag base, and here's all your stuff. Just take it.
Bass will put his armor back on before
Just
he
before
leaves.
you grab it, he just drops it onto the floor. Go on,
That's good.
get. All your armor and everything is given back to you, so you have all your armor, all your bits and pieces, and a quick check so that nothing is missing.
oh, nice. Well, if you say so, we'll be on our merry way.
Go.
Amber doesn't hesitate. She already grabs her belongings and is already out the door.
Cool.
Bass
Okay.
is waiting on Kalen to walk by first, make sure he's not going to get jumped by his brother.
Okay.
I'll make a wink to Bess, and yeah, I'll grab my stuff and go.
All right, Bass will follow.
And
Everybody grab this stuff and go. Yep.
I'll wink to Agon as well as I pass him by.
He goes to fake punch you. Make an insight check, Kalen. See if you flinch or not. You don't flinch. He goes to fake punch you, but he holds it and you don't even blink an eye.
Oh, my dear brother, I'm used to that. You know that now.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of the Harold and Kumar go to White Castle stuff.
Okay, so you leave the compounds of the Cerulean Palace. Hatoom, are you waiting for them there?
Oh, yes.
Malcolm, on the way
Yep.
out, does Bass spot any artifacts that would be of value in the palace?
Make a perception check.
Make us
Alright.
actual criminals.
Yes,
Natty
you
20.
do.
Ooh.
What you notice, the Cerulean Palace is huge, and as Kalen's brother is escorting you out, you notice underneath like almost a glass cover, you noticed a ring, and the ring has like streaks of red all around it, like almost like veins. That's what you noticed.
Can I discern its value?
That's your special thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's just automatic. You automatically know.
When you can correctly discern its original purpose in Indigenous builders, you can determine the monetary value of art objects more than a century old.
Maybe 5,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
Wow.
That's all. I'm not trying to steal it or anything. Just
Okay.
trying to.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap on a cracker, man.
Everybody takes a big
A
sigh.
lot of
really.
money, though.
Because the Cerulean Palace and the Luxrun Casino was the two places that was mentioned if we needed gold, so I was just trying to get info.
Mm.
Okay, and so you leave back onto the streets of Ankaral, and you see your old buddy there, Hatoom, waiting for you to.
Hey
exit.
guys.
Oh, finally a friendly face.
Ah,
Assuming you had something to do with us getting out of here.
perhaps. But it's good to see you. Wow. That was fast.
Past? I feel
Oh,
like
it-
we've been here for so long.
Bass wants to make a check to see Hatoom's like posture to see if he can read if he's like sad about the deal. Because we don't know if he's sad or happy like when he sees us.
Another insight, please. Yeah. Well,
He seems happy. But I had to pull some strings. I did a bad string pulling, and we'll have to talk about that because that's possibly gonna bite us in the butt. And I did some good string pulling. I saw your friend or your connection to the Vermilion Dream, Amber, like I said on the spell. Yeah, I will have to. I sort of talked to the Kryn dynasty. I was going to say this low into the others. They might sort of know about the item, and so does my mother and father, and they're the one who helped you. So I'm terribly sorry. I didn't know what to do.
Okay. But
We didn't know what to do, and we're out. And at least we're back in control now.
yeah,
And we got a lead on the Vermilion Dream. Well, if we they've got a rumor. They've heard a rumor about the Luxrun Casino being robbed in about it should be 2 days' time now, and we are supposed to stop this from happening. That would give us an in with them. I guess we could also see about the Cobalt Soul. It's been a couple of days now, at least.
Yeah, back in with the library.
Didn't he say he were going to call for us when he was ready?
That is true.
Gave you one half of a sending stone if you for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, no harm in checking out this Vermilion dream job, I suppose.
Yes. Does that mean if we prevent whatever's happening, we get to use force to do that without any repercussions? Because apparently this city, you looked the wrong way and we're in trouble.
Oh,
Suppose.
yeah. I feel the
But-
same way.
But let me think. If the Vermilion Dream wants us to prevent that from happening, does it mean that they run the casino? And, well, we could use the opportunity. Ally with these thieves.
Hatoom, are you suggesting extortion?
Because if you are, I have a silver tongue, my friend.
That could work. But we could also just use them as a distraction and get them to the, well, treasury before they do. Or something like that.
If I remember right, Hatoom, one of us, eye rolling at Kalen, one of us doesn't know how to walk in armor.
Well,
Yeah, I suppose we'll stay away from Kelmaro for the time being.
we
I'm
could
sh-
prevent the hit on the casino by being the hit on the casino.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just put us right back in the jail that we got out of?
Yeah, not if we're successful.
I mean, I think
But
next time,
then
if
again, very beneficial to him. So
Yes, that's a good point. I think you guys probably have seen enough of jail time for the foreseeable future.
At least
I
for the
definitely
couple
have.
next
I don't
week.
like being locked up.
Oh, I can see that. Are you okay, Amber?
I think I'll be okay.
Good.
Yeah, I don't really like being locked up. I'm used to having free realm to go where I want.
Well, we're free now, I suppose.
By the way, Hatoom, may I ask, how did you manage to pull your strings to get us out of there?
Well, I had a talk with my mother and father, and they're pretty important diplomats and ambassadors, both of them. So I guess they knew the people to talk to get you out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. At least someone has useful family relations.
Oh,
Yeah, I envy you that, to be honest.
oh,
It's good.
yes, yes. Good family relations. It's good. Yes.
Kalen's brother's a little free with his fists.
Oh, yeah. I can see some bruise marks.
Yeah,
kind of bashed his face into the bars too.
yeah,
Wow.
he did try his best. I mean, I didn't notice too much of the pain. It's got probably gone now anyway, most of it. But yeah, I haven't seen him for a couple of years. And apparently he has made his way up into the, well, what the hell do you call it? Guards, army, military?
And
And
support,
support.
I suppose.
Yeah. Well, he's a pain in the ass. And I have a feeling he's gonna continue to be a pain in the ass in the foreseeable future. But yeah. But don't worry too much. He's not of a schemer. He's more of an action-based person. more than a planning type of person. So
It's my kind of guy.
yeah, I would like to be blunt. He's stupid. He's dumb. He's strong, but he's dumb.
Strong but dumb.
Yeah.
And you feel, well, the damage was only physical. You don't feel any mental trauma or from your reunion.
No. But thank you, Hatoom, for checking in on my psyche.
Basil look over at you. No. Why'd you try to hide from him when he came in then and cower in fear almost? Is that not mental trauma?
You make a valid point. But to be fair, I just didn't want to face him because, yeah, we didn't really part on good terms, as you can probably understand.
Yeah, family reunions can be a bitch, I guess.
Yeah.
Hatoom!
Oh, sorry, I swore. Can be quite bad for some.
Well, I do agree with that. But it seems like you managed to get something useful out of your encounter, so yeah, at least we got something.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of that something, I guess, where are we supposed to report for this kind of job? It seems like the only lead we have right now.
the contact or agent or whatever this person clad in red was telling me, just to report to the guards at the Lux Run Casino and tell them we're want to, if they want to hire extra guards for the occasion. I think. I asked if we should tell them about the supposed hit, but he was a bit evasive. I suppose that would bring more trouble, I might think. But yes, to meet up with the guards and say that we want to join up and do a shift.
Ugh, more guards.
Yeah.
This will get us closer to the owl person, right?
Yeah, I think so.
As long
They
as it
didn't
gets me
want to.
closer to Aloysian, I don't care.
Yes, Purgatory wants his blood desperately.
Well, that's a person you should definitely reserve your or Purgatory's bloodlust for, I think.
Under control right now, my friend. We'll see how long that lasts.
Well, let's
Casino then?
Well, I was thinking about these thieves. I'm not sure what kind of faction they belong to, or if they're just disenfranchised poor trying to make a living. I suppose if we end up acting as guards, we should, show a bit of kindness to these people. Depends. I don't know who these robbers are.
Well, I aim to punch someone, so at the very least, someone's getting hit.
Well, that's for sure. Get out some steam. I think we all need to.
Yeah. By the way, I have a feeling that we should probably plan for the worst. And well, we've kind of been in this situation where we could try to pick our way out of bad situations. I recommend we probably look into getting ourselves a thieves kit, perhaps. Do any of you guys know how to use one of those?
Oh yes, I'm quite an expert with those.
Really?
Oh, no.
Hatoom.
Oh, that was a joke.
Kevin's just gonna look at Hatoom and be completely silent. Hatoom,
What's happened to
this
her
is not the
tomb?
time for jokes.
No, Kayland. I can draw maps pretty good, but I'm not one for lockpicking.
I see. I think we should get one anyway, just in case.
I'm pretty good at being able to disguise myself and work with plants.
But what about picking locks?
Not really have much experience with locks, though.
Okay, so if I acquire a book in the theoretical practices of unlocking a lock, maybe we we could do something with that. I think that's worth a try.
Well, it's worth an effort, I suppose.
But I gotta admit, I'm not really the most nimble with fingers, so if some of you guys are more dexterous in your ways of using your hands, maybe the practical abilities should be, well, sworn up on one of you. But we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put the idea of acquiring a lockpick out there.
Well, should we head to the casino then? Or see if we can find some thieves' tools?
If the shops aren't that far away, I would recommend doing that.
Easy
But
enough to
if we're far
acquire
away,
thieves' tools for 25 gold pieces. So if you have 25 gold pieces to spare, you can very easily acquire some lockpick.
yeah, I'll buy that
Okay.
in that case.
Now, of course, the Lux Runs Casino is not for a couple of days, as when they asked you to report there. But feel free to go there, of course, and of course, you still have a lot of the city looking for the Jewel of the Three Prayers. Not sure there's something you want to do around that.
Well, I think we had a daily meeting with Ayojabe as well.
Yeah, we should definitely meet back up now that we're not in prison.
Yeah, I'll do sending to Ayojabe and inform her and the rest of the group that the party's out of prison and we can all meet up and discuss things. That's part of the day when they feel the time is right.
Well, this would be the next day. Was the next time you're due to meet up with them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you still got a full day.
Oh yeah.
Changing it. Character's gone. We're back to the pin.
All right. So which?
Yay, our party's back together again for now.
For now.
Have we checked out this area for the jewel at all?
I'll inform the others that I've been magically searching for the jewel at the ridge, at the Sigil district, and at the Alluvium district, sort of. And, well, we could head to the other places and just try to look for it. Or, Aloysian.
I do think that would be a good use of our time, at least until we've got better leads. It's better than sitting around doing nothing.
So, what 3 places have you checked?
The Ridge, Sigil, and Alluvium. I haven't been to the Sand Herald, the Guided District, the Bazaar, and the Circlet Walk. But, well, there are probably more places to search because the radius isn't that big, and it's only for 10 minutes.
Do we want to pick 3 of those places and do them?
Let's say Guided District and Circlet Walk and let's say the Lux Run Casino. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so you start wandering around these districts, and are you casting locate object or locate object? Obviously for the jewel of the three prayers. Okay, you
I've also had it prepared so we can go to more places too if we need to.
oh,
Oh,
okay,
nice.
cool. So between the two of you, you do a good sweep of the guided district. Nothing there. Actually, both of you, please roll me a d20. Amber and Hatoom.
Oops, that's not the right one.
Seven and 16.
Just a flat d20, right?
This is flat d20. Yep. Nothing. So you got a good 20 minutes of searching between you. Nothing in the guided district that you can see. You wander around the circlet walk. Nothing there.
Casting it again for the circlet district.
So this is 2 locate objects. And the third time, you get to the Sungat Bazaar. Amber. Bing bing. Bing bing.
Oh
Getting
shit.
a hit. The Jewel of the Three Fairies.
I think I found it, guys.
Well, really?
Are you joking?
Yeah, I think it's over in that direction. And she'll kind of point out where this bell is pinging her.
Right on the edge of the district. You follow your locate object as best you can. And it seems to be pointing to a fairly normal looking house. Like it's just a typical house that you'd expect around this area.
The door in.
You kick the door in? Hey,
It's Summer Cadus.
It's Summer Cadus. Okay. Make an athletics check, please, Cadus.
Before you do that, Bass will yell, "Yeah, go! You could do it!" And Bardic Inspiration, put a D6 on it.
Ignore the second one. My mouse double clicked.
Sure. Make a roll a d6, Cadus.
I don't think a 10 matters, so I'm just gonna like kick the door.
So your first one bounces off, and are you gonna kick it again?
Yeah.
Okay. The door crashes in, and you are immediately struck by the sights you were seeing. All the doors were closed here, all the shutters were drawn. It'd be really difficult to see inside. And inside, you see Aloysian Telfin. Not as you remember him, though. For one thing, it looks as if he's caught up in a spider web. Well, not with actual web, but has that type of effect. There is these thick strands of red, almost like tentacles, with little bits winding around them, and it is covering him. And kind of he's not touching the ground. His arms are held by these red tendrils. His legs are held by these red tendrils. And this red tendril stuff is just all over this place. And he has his head down. And despite the massive noise that Cadus was making getting in here, it's in red. The battle axe lights up.
What happened in here?
And he's wearing he's wearing the jewel. I didn't mention that. He's got the jewel around his neck. Jewel of the Three
Yeah,
Fairies.
one track mind. I'm gonna grab it.
I'll say, Cadence, wait, I can use Mage Hand to grab that. You don't have to risk yourself.
Okay, I will hesitate and let him.
And I'll cast Mage Hand to grab the amulet.
Oh, is he dead? I was going to inspect
Yes.
Aloysian.
You might hope he is.
Well, the mage hand.
Amber's going to be helping Hatoom inspect.
Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. But with the mage hand, you do get off the necklace. There's all these red tendrils around. You're going to have to navigate through the red tendrils to get it out. Just make me a general dexterity check, Bass.
Okay.
You bring it through. You have it in the mage hand free from these red tendrils. Hatoom and Amber, make a medicine check. He's alive. Very shallow breathing, but he is alive.
Who did this to him? What are these things? This kind of reminds me of. I met up with Ayujabi, and she had these red streaks going up her arm. Do these tendrils kind of remind me of those things on her arm?
An investigation check. Very similar. Similar color, similar kind of structure. Does remind you a lot of the stuff that's on Ayo's Jabi's here.
Oh, did Ayu do this, or is something else going on? But the
Now I
jewel is here.
well, the jewel is now here. And I'll
Exactly is this red stuff, Hatoom?
Well, when I inspected Ayo's hands or arm, it kind of gave me the same vibes as to that when we were traveling in Shoras and Rudis lit up. This same color, this red, deep red color. Not sure if there's a connection. Some kind of Rudis-like curse, or there's something else going on.
Is it magical though?
I don't know. Might be.
Red
think we should-
spider webs.
wake him up
I think we should cut these spider webs down.
and ask him.
Oh yeah. Good thinking, Cadis. I guess we got some rope.
Can I like burn away what's there with my flaming battle axe?
Well, you can start hacking at it for sure. Is that what you do?
Start blasting it with Eldritch Blast if Cadence is going to start hacking.
I'll hack at it.
I'll blast it.
I'm gonna really
Oh.
wave them and just miss that.
Hatoom's gonna try to burn it away with sacred flame.
I'll try to burn it away with acid claws.
Okay, now just give me a sec. Because, for reasons.
Kalen would like to try to inspect it, maybe for magical properties or something like that.
Cadis.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. In your rage, I don't know what Cadis is feeling, but I imagine a lot of emotions go through there. You take a wild swing at this stuff and miss, which isn't terribly bad. But then you glance your hand along this red substance and you notice instantly a red rash starts appearing on your arm.
Awesome.
Oh boy. That's what's on Ayujabi's heads. Oh no.
And Cadis, you have 1 exhaustion level. You will notice that. I imagine Cadis kind of initiated this thing. She rushed out, she hit it, and it's this red thing on her arm. And do you do the same thing, Cadis? I mean, you do feel the exhaustion. You feel sort of something just sucked out of you.
Maybe we should kill this stuff from a distance. Maybe blast it away.
Oh, I can blast.
I got you covered. I'll fire Eldritch Blasts at it.
Can I try to look some more at it first, Bess? Just want to try to see if it has any magical properties. Can I poke my swords against it and try to get a little sample on the tip of my sword?
Yeah, it's kind of
I'll cast
springy,
that.
like a sponge almost, but you can cut off a little bit and put it on your sword, sure.
I'll guide Kalen.
And I'd like to bring it closer to my face, not on my skin, of course, but I'd like to try to see if there's some magical properties with it.
be an
Halen, if I bardic inspiration on him as well.
Okay, so make an Arcana check with a D4 and a D6, I guess.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
Ooh.
And a D6. And a D4. 38.
There. A 19 and a 4 and another 4. Okay, great. Magical. How can I explain that? There's something very different about it. I mean, you don't see this type of stuff in nature. One thing you do notice is it's moving slightly as well. It's not a static thing. It kind of twists and moves just a little bit under the eye. It is magical. Can't quite place your finger on it. But then you start thinking back about other things you've seen, other experiences you've had with this group. And your mind goes back to that night on the road to Bazozan, where the red moon just came out of nowhere, just appeared, as it was a full moon for no apparent reason. Can't help but think there's some association with this and the red moon, Vidius. Something, some tether, some link between this and the red moon. And that's what you get for a 38.
Because when we were stricken by the red moon, we also got exhausted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to relay this information to the others. Of course. But I can't really pinpoint what kind of connection is between this red spider web and the red moon.
Could we still try to burn it away, or some way to get Aloysian out of here? Maybe wake him up?
I think that's a fair proposition.
You want me to start blasting now?
Yeah, let's both
Fireball,
blast. Ooh, yeah. Can anyone do the fireball?
No.
I don't keep any fire spells on me.
Maybe
I'm
if I'm gonna blast,
What?
if I'm gonna blast it with Eldritch Blast, maybe we should take a step back. I don't want any of this splatter to get on us. When seeing what happened to your hand.
Good thinking.
Okay, so we'll say you'll take a step back. You don't want a stray piece of this red stuff going in your mouth. And we'll just say Bash is... And it takes like about 10 minutes of blasting, and some of it's more... Actually, just make me roll me a d20, Kalen. Bass, roll me a d20. High
Modifier
is good.
or just straight roll?
Just straight and roll high.
How about that?
Perfect.
Hey!
With,
Don't get on fire.
with surgical precision, you manage to remove all of this. Nothing flies into your mouth or anybody else for that matter. And you do a perfect little outline of Aloysian. And after a while, the web stuff is gone or burnt or destroyed. And thump, Aloysian falls to the ground.
I'll pull him away from all the gook and
Okay.
Wake him up. I'm gonna slap him in the face.
Okay. Okay.
I-
Before you do that, now that he's free from this, it was kind of hard to tell where the tendrils started and Aloysian begins. And now you look a bit closer at him. you see little crystal shards almost sticking out of his body, looking of a very similar deep red color. And looking under his cloaks, there's these crystal protrusions, are almost grotesque. They're covering his entire body from the inside. And you see streaks of this, something that you saw on Ayo Jabi Hatoom. Streaks of this all over his body as well. There's also like crimson boils and blisters on his body as well. It's not pleasant to look at. Crystals, blisters, red veins, all quite grotesque.
This might be bad because this seems like a condition that's well, accelerating. I'm not sure what accelerates it or alleviates it. I tried curing Ayo with some pretty strong magic, but it didn't work. I'm a bit worried that this is going to happen to you, Cadis, if we don't stop it.
You think it's gonna spread through the whole city?
I'll accidentally kind of like rub at my hand, but
Okay, it's warm to the touch.
well, I mean, probably shouldn't touch him, but maybe the library would know something or want to see this.
Oh, yeah, we should
Ooh, good
probably go to the
idea.
library.
I guess we
But,
could try to.
Hide your amulet before we go. I mean, you promised them they could watch it for 3 days and just study it if we got access to Caldwell there. So let's not tell them we have it yet.
We can cross that bridge when we get there.
Hatoom is gonna. I guess I need some help with this. Can you help me wrap Alois in my blanket? See if we can wrap the blanket around him and then tie him up and then we can bring him with us. Might bring some attention though. We don't just go bringing about a limp body on the streets without someone looking your way.
We could try to bring the library here.
Does he look like Aloysium requires healing? Maybe he can come back with us on his own.
Sorry,
Are we talking about the same guy from the what? Why don't we leave him to die?
Well, if we can heal him enough to answer my questions, I can kill him.
Okay,
No.
okay. As
We
long as
also-
we're
Or
not.
we could also bring him back to the library so maybe they can figure out what's going on with this red stuff.
Yes, and if we find out that, we know how to stop this rash from growing on Cadis and Io.
Want to try to see if a member of the library will be here, or want to try to wrap up a body in the library.
Well, I'm unfortunately all out of sending spells, so I can't really contact them. Oh, we have that sending stone.
I could send a messenger to meet with them.
Oh, that's good. Perhaps we can contact Question. Ivo Solari seemed a bit annoyed with us last we met.
But
True.
does the sending stone work both the ways? Or, like, can we send a message through it, or can we just receive messages?
it's a two-way device. You can send messages to the sending stone. They did ask you to contact them first, but yeah.
Maybe we should just call them and give them a heads up.
I do think this is something they'd be very interested in, so it might be the best call to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, explain the situation as we move across the city as well. Might be a good idea.
We try to keep out of sight until the library can pick us up. The guards we don't want to have another encounter with the guards again.
Yeah. But maybe if we like get permission to escort his body to the library, it would be fine, because then we would have a reason.
I guess I would use the sending stone to alert whoever is at the end of the other one that we have some interesting things going on the outside of the Sun Cup Bazaar area, and we need their assistance, and we think it would benefit them as well.
So you're sending that to someone in the Cobalt Soul, the guy you had contact with before?
Yep.
Okay. And a message comes back with a sending stone from the orc that you met there. He says, look, I promised, I said I would contact you first. Please, only for emergencies you should be contacting me. Please await my call back.
Oh, this is an emergency.
I come over here and I find this some nonsense. Your membership with the Cobalt Soul will be instantly revoked. Am I clear?
Sure, no problem.
Well, where are you? I'll send some delegates.
I will tell them where we are. Right on the edge of the Sun Cup Bazaar in a house that's falling apart.
Okay. So you wait. Oh, by the way, Cadus, if you go to your D&D Beyond sheet, and you might need a refresh, you'll find a familiar friend in your inventory. But your familiar friend will be slightly different, so you might want to have a look at that. Okay. Yeah, in the Sun Cart Bazaar, you wait 30-40 minutes, and eventually some representatives of the Cobalt Soul comes up, and one of them happens to be Christian, which is, hi guys, I was asked to meet you here. What's going on? What's happening? What's the emergency?
Gesture with my hand.
Yeah, Bass just kind of points with arms out.
Oh,
Don't touch
Amber's
him.
just kind of pointing at Aloysian.
oh,
Uh,
Aloysian, what the? Aloysian? Oh, this does not look good. What is this? What's that stuff on him? Do you know? What's going on?
Don't touch it.
Oh, I'm not going to touch it.
Don't touch, but we thought you guys at the library might want to investigate it.
Wow, yes. This is indeed fascinating. Tell me everything you know. What happened? How did you find it? What's going on?
We were searching for my missing jewelry, and we got a hit on it, found it, and when we busted in through here, Aloysian was kind of suspended, I guess, kind of hanging out, chilling, with all this red stuff, kind of like a web, and we cut him out of it, but it looks a little above our pay grade.
All right. Okay, this is what we're going to do. He is alive, but for how much longer, we don't know. I think it's going to be too dangerous to move him. So I'm going to send for some more people who are more knowledgeable about this to me and maybe study him here. I don't think we should move him. So yeah, I'll set up, get some people here. I don't know if you want to hang around to watch this, but they're going to try and work out what's going on. Okay, he's going to stay around, stick around for this. It might get a little gruesome even.
Oh, maybe.
I will stay for a bit. I'm kind of interested if he wakes up.
Yeah, and I'd like to learn more about this red stuff. I think it has some connection with a kind of a red moon we have experienced earlier.
Ooh, Ruidius. Ruidium. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So let me call for some people, and we'll see what we can get out of him. Okay, just hang around. And after another 10, 20 minutes, 4, 5 more agents of the kobolds all come in. And they start prodding him and examining him and trying to work out what it was. Get like a little saw blade and cut off one of these crystals that's protruding from his arm. And at that point, his eyes open up. He starts struggling, but he's very, very weak. He's barely managing to move. So what? He looks very confused and dazed.
Hello, friend.
Cadus?
Mm-hmm. How you doing there, bud?
Don't trust him.
Who?
Guy with the brown hair. Spouts lies.
Brown here.
Apothean. Do not trust him. He speaks lies.
You're one to talk about lies and deception.
He spouts lies. Do not believe him.
Is he connected to this red spider web?
I think you might be talking about Alexian. If it's our friend with the brown hair he's talking about.
Yeah, him, the Apothean. Do not trust him. I reached out.
That's not his name. His name? Sorry.
Well, you've heard him as Alexian, but he's saying the Apothean, so make of that what you will. Do not trust the Apothean. His lies. I trusted him. This is what happened. Do not trust him, Cadus. And he reaches up a jewel-crusted, weird hand to you. Don't trust him.
Is he connected to the red spider webs?
Did this to me. Apothean did this to me. Do not trust him.
Why did he?
But isn't he imprisoned?
Do not trust him.
I think you should rest, my friend. You're speaking nonsense.
You should conserve your strength. You're in really bad shape.
Do not trust the Apothean. And he falls unconscious again.
Question. What is an Apothean?
I don't know if you're
Should-
asking me. I've got no idea.
Title or state of being?
I mean, I can make some questions about something called an Apothean at the library, but personally, I have no idea what an Apothean is. And you spouted exactly right, Cadus. 10 points.
Huh. Oh, we're healing him?
Apothean is like...
Amber will. She's just kind of tending to him, and she's also going to pass out good berries around to everybody for the day.
Cure Wounds
Oh,
is a
nice.
touch spell.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Are you still doing it, Amber?
Yeah, trying to cure his injuries. If he looks
Which-
hurt at all.
Which will require touching his jewel-encrusted body. Want to make sure you want to do that.
Can I touch a part of his body that doesn't have gems on it?
His face is like that. His face is relatively unaffected for some reason.
Try to focus the magic in there. Or at least the touching part of it.
You touch his forehead. You feel the healing energy flow into him. It appears to make no difference whatsoever, unfortunately. But can you please make me a charisma saving throw?
Oh,
Oh boy.
Okay. So you touch him gently on the forehead. You feel the healing energy going into him. Appears to make no difference. And just as you were completing the spell, you notice a red tendril kind of loop up from his body and attempt to grab your finger. You manage to pull your finger away just in time.
Ask Aloysian if he wants to die.
He's
Like in a merciful.
He's unconscious at the moment. He passed out telling you not to trust the Apathian.
Well, I'll ask a question. Does he need to be alive for your studies?
Oh, let me, I know what you're really asking there, Cadus. I'm gonna put this back on you. If that was you, would you want to live?
No.
There's something to consider as well, Cadus. Pretty hard decision. Whatever they can learn about this infection, if you can call it that, might be harder to learn if he's dead. You might have to let him suffer if you want to know how to rid yourself of that.
Well, what Hatoom says, that's true, right? If he's alive, we can study certain things like heart rate and infection. But if he's dead, it kind of makes the whole process a bit harder.
Very fair. I suppose he does deserve a right to suffer a bit anyway.
But to be fair, he is suffering horribly.
is there a way to make him suffer less, though, but still keep him alive?
Not in the state he's in, I would say.
Let's let him suffer, please.
Milk of the puppy?
I believe he is in a fitting position, to be honest. Instead of giving him the easy way out of killing him, we're letting him linger in this state of well, possibly horrible torture. I think it's fitting. But that's just me.
Well, look, I think the merciful thing to do would be to ease his suffering. Not kill him, Cadus. Hold your blow. But to like reduce the amount of pain that he is. But quite frankly, this is all completely new. We have no idea what we're dealing with here. It could be something completely... Who knows? So many unknown questions. So,
yeah, I think the wisest choice will...
I've got no idea how to do that.
I think the wisest choice would be to take things slow. If you were to try to ease his pain, it might not work, and it might make things worse. So maybe just try to gather as much information as possible, and then try out different things to ease his pain. But in these first rounds, I would just try to gather information and keep him alive.
All right. Oh, okay. Well, we'll do what we can. I think we'll moving bad. We'll try and set up shop here. I mean, this could be a week-long process before we learn anything. But yeah, I don't know what else. Guys, any other ideas? I mean, we'll definitely work on this. Find out what this Apathian is. But yeah. This is a hard situation, but we appreciate you bringing it to the attention of the Cobalt Soul. That is much appreciated.
By the way, Apathian, that has a meaning, right? I didn't, Tords, as a player, didn't really know what that word was, but I googled it. I would believe that Kalen would probably know the meaning of the words, considering his intelligence. Is that fair to assume?
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, I did so. I just want to explain it.
Oh, it's a platform game developed by Alien Trap for Microsoft Windows. Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Gonna send me the link, maybe, Tord?
Yeah, I can do that.
I'll see how relevant it is.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at
Oh yeah, I rolled 20.
yeah, I was looking at waiting for it to come up on Discord. Okay, Apathian. Uh, literal dish. Yeah, I think that would be fair. Yep.
Okay.
Go with those definitions.
And it's fair to assume that Kalen would know of this definition?
Yes, but you would never have heard of such a being.
Okay, just in theory. I guess. Okay, yeah. Kalen would like ponder what it means. He's heard about it before, I guess, but he's gonna say, Apathian. I believe that's someone or something that has elevated into the state of godhood, someone that's exalted. I think it would fit the description of what was his name?
Alexian?
Maybe.
So you
You
think
think
this?
maybe that?
Oh, sorry.
I think maybe that was part of the three prayers that he prayed to the goddesses too. Like maybe the three people in the three prayers to God.
What do we know about Elixir at this point? Do we know that he is a god? Do we know that he's an angel? What do we know about him in the state of this transcendence into godhood?
Well, we know that he went to Bassaran, and well, he went there with two deities, Avandra the Changebringer and Senin the Moonweaver. And it was said he went there. That was a tale of three deities, Avandra, Senin, and one other. But in the tale, it was him and the two deities. Could this Alixin have become a deity during a calamity or something? Elevated by Senin and Avandra?
I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that he's more powerful than we have first assumed.
It was.
It can't be Alexian because he's still being held prisoner somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think even though he's a prisoner, he might still be incredibly powerful.
I sort of remember the tale about the innkeeper of the Ready Room in Bezosan told us, and it said that Avandra grieved for the hero, assumed to be Elixion, because she feared her aid forced him to give up so much of himself that he would be robbed of a future. Could that have been this elevation into deityhood?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I'm less inclined to trust Aloysian, but I do agree that an amount of caution should still be used when approaching rescuing Alexian.
But is there even a precedent for this kind of thing? A mortal becoming a god?
Oh, I would have no idea.
I believe there's stories, but I also believe most of them are ancient and, well, without any proof. So believe what you will, I guess.
But what I know of the prime deities is they are not able to interact with our world. They're behind this veil. I'm not sure how that adds up. Was this Alexian elevated and then imprisoned or something? And he wasn't removed from Alexandria like the others. He's stuck here, perhaps?
I'm not sure. The
That be related
definition
to
of Apathian might not be 100 correct though. It might just mean that he's exalted as well. But typically, I would think it has something to do with a form of transcending. But yeah, either way, I would believe that he's more powerful than we first thought. So
maybe when he said he was trapped, he was wanting our help to get back beyond the veil with the other deities that you mentioned.
Hmm.
I'm not that familiar with the gods.
yeah, religion isn't my strong suit.
You learn much from studying the deities. Their foolishness, most certainly.
I don't really like to study foolishness. I like to study knowledge in
Yeah,
in the most positive of ways.
and that's where we found other opportunities and possibilities, like the Luxon, you could say.
I mostly just speak with the animals and spirits of nature, and they usually help me out.
I'm more inclined to the abyss, so I don't know about the deities per se.
Hmm. Yeah. So, what's our next move? Should we?
Yes, we wait for the casino job.
I think the library has a job tomorrow, and then the next day we have the job at the casino.
Well, look, guys, this is you've done a great favor to the Cobalt Soul. Let's get that clear. You could have brought this information to anybody, says Question. I think you need to go talk to Iwo, back at the Cobalt Soul Library. Um, he might have
I think
something
this
for
is
you.
enough to make us members.
Well, it's definitely accelerated your membership. Put it that way.
Nice. Yeah, I guess we can go. Maybe persuade him to let us become fully fledged members, or maybe he has one more job for us to do.
Guess it wouldn't hurt.
All right. Okay. So sounds that's what you want to do. So you leave a Question there studying and trying to work out exactly what the hell happened to Aloysian. Poor Aloysian, he didn't deserve it. He's a good guy. And you head back over to the Cobalt Soul Library. They asked for a meeting with Iwo Zeleri. Is this guy here?
Thing. Okay.
And you arrange a meeting. He says, Well, that was quite the find you had. That's, wow, just very interesting. That's fascinating. Question has fooled me on all of the details. Is there anything else you wish to add?
Well, I'm not really sure. It all seems like speculations at this point, but I guess I can share the speculations with you. As I told the men at the site, there might be some connections with these red spider webs, which, well, caused this damage to Elysium. And it might be connected to a kind of red moon, which we experienced probably a week time ago, when we were, what was it called, the place we were when we experienced it?
Jigao. It's on the road to Bezazan.
Yeah, on the road to Besostan from Jigao, far north from here.
You are wise beyond your years, Kalen. Okay, since you've helped us so much, let me let you in on a little information. There's a mysterious substance that's been found deep inside of Calamaro called... No, it has close ties to Idiom. That's how you spell it. And we know it has close ties with the moon. And let's just say the power that it can cause is quite substantial. We know members of the Vermilion Dream have been trying to use this ruidium to bend its will to make more and more powerful magical items. Let's just say that's a concern. So what poor Elysian is, apparently he's been exposed to iridium for too long. Perhaps that's what's taken him. We're not sure. But keep your distance from iridium. It's not good. People get corrupted by it all the time.
Is there do you guys know of any cure at this moment? Let's say if you're only in, only touched the iridium for a very short amount of time. Is there some way to, like, remove the effects of it?
Is that true, Cadus? You touched it?
Yes, I did accidentally touch it. And I'll just, like, point to my hand.
Do you know if this iridium is alive? Because I tried to heal Aloysian and it tried to reach out and grab me.
It's trying to infect you as well, I think, Amber. And Cadus, I wish I had better news for you. But know of no cure. Know of no way to slow it down. I wish I had good news for you, Cadus, but don't know how to cure it. Don't know how to stop it.
That's life.
I'm not saying I want to do this to you, Cadus, for sake of conversation. Has there been any attempt to cut off the infected body part to see if that stops it from growing and spreading?
Burn it, perhaps?
We've tried burning it off. We've tried cutting it out. Haven't gone to the extremes of removing an arm, for instance. But when we try and cut it out, it slithers and slides like a snake. So I think if you were to remove an arm, it would just go in via wherever, shoulder into the chest. No easy answers, I'm afraid, even gruesome ones.
But have you guys found any clues leading towards a potential cure? Something that sounds promising?
No, we haven't. We've tried all sorts and nothing.
Hmm.
Now,
And how much time do one usually have after being infected?
it varies. Sometimes it's days, sometimes it's weeks. Don't know. I am concerned that the Vermilion Dream is taking this ruidium and turning it into weapons that, shall we say, shouldn't be used. Many men, and let's be fair, be to the point, it's usually men crave for power no matter what cost. So I fear this ruidium, some weapons that the Vermilion Dream is constructing from it, is going to fall into the wrong hands, the greedy hands. And this, my friends, is perhaps where I might need your help again. There is a person called Krook. Now we believe he is peddling these ruidium-based weapons. If you'd be so kind, and this would definitely get you a step closer to joining the Cobalt Soul, is to go and investigate this Krook character. Find out if he is indeed delving into ruidium weapons, and if he is, let us know, gather evidence, and we'll have the hands of Ords arrest him.
The weapons don't act like these, do they? And Bass will summon the scythe and let him see the scythe.
No, just weapons, swords, armor, even shields, all sorts.
But do they have a possibility of acting on their own?
You seen as what happened to your friend Cadus. Now, why we haven't seen anything nearly as extreme as Aloysian, it's not to be messed with. So is this something you could be interested? Well, I'm more or less insisting at this point if you could go and investigate this Krook character. Like, we assume he's in the black market business. We assume he does his business after sundown. In fact, he has a bakery as a front. So he works from a bakery, sells baked goods, but we understand all his black market business happens after sundown.
We could pose as buyers, perhaps.
I'll leave the decision up to you.
Sounds easy enough.
Okay. It gives you a description of the bakery, which is in the River District. Alright. Yes. Right. I'll put your marker where it is. Oops. Sort of in this area here. Little groups of buildings up here. Oh, this building. If you'd be so kind, really appreciate any information you can get.
How much time do we have to uncover all this?
Well, the sooner the better. I mean, if he is indeed fencing ruidium-based weapons, I'd prefer he stop that practice sooner rather than later.
Let's be on with it then.
All right. So we'll say your goodbyes, and you head over to the River District, and come across it's called Old Man Crook's Bakery. There's a name on it, and it's still opening for business. And this is in the river district. You like the soft sounds of lapping water against the canal banks. And you smell scents of honey and rose, mixed with the freshly cut grass inside here of the river district. An Old Man Crooks is painted in large letters above the door, and a sign is hanging from the door that reads, "Sorry, we're closed." And you see him about to close up the shop. This is getting later on in the day. He had a door with Aloysian and searched around for a bit. He was about to close up shop.
Could we wait for him to close up and then come a knocking?
Or maybe insist on buying the last bread he has for sale?
Yes, we can go in just before he closes. Knock and just pose as just any last minute bread for our group here.
He
Could
sees
be
you
a-
talking. He says, "Are you guys coming in or not? I don't have all day. Come in, buy some bread if you want, but I'm closing."
Oh, we thought you were closed. You were trying to make an excuse to last minute shop. I'm sorry for the wait. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you go into the room, an Old Man Crack, who's a human, definitely old, he's got grey hair and a dreadful comb over, quite skinny, not a terribly attractive guy, got a bit of a crooked nose. And it says, "What do you want?" And as you open, you notice there's a jingle on the door. There's a bell on there, and it jingles as it opens. "Well, I got some bread here, some buns, and that's about it. It's been a busy day." As you
Do you
pick
have
up
something spicy?
As you pick up the baguette, Cadus, it could actually be used more like a club than a sword. It is very old. It is very stale. Almost notice a little bit of mold on it.
Well-
Nothing spicy. Sorry, we've got the buns, bread, some baguettes. No sweet pastries. Sorry, they sold out long before.
Do you happen to maybe have any specialties in the back or anything like that you don't show to normal customers that we could look at?
Make a persuasion check for me. Yes.
Ooh.
My specialty.
Mhm.
Think.
Unless I roll a natural 1 and get arrested.
Let's see. Okay. You're interested in something from the back room, is that right?
Yes. Heard there's possibly some specials in the back there. Some stuff that normal people don't get options for.
Tell you what. Come back here in an hour. Come via the back door. And we can talk there.
Okay. Would any special knock you would like me to do? Code phrase, anything like that?
Just knock on the fucking door, mate.
Okay. An hour it is.
Silver piece for that bun, miss.
Here you go. You made change for gold.
No. I will accept a gold piece and you can take 10 of them if you like.
Sure, and I can share them with my friends.
Okay, you're in the possession of 10 very stale buns. I imagine Amber doesn't know this, but a silver piece for a bun is an outrageously high price. Yeah, but you have 10 buns. Alright, now piss off, gotta close up this shop. I'll see you in an hour or so. He kind of
Right.
pushes you out and closes the door behind you and it jangles.
I'll
The-
as the way out, I'll tell him sorry for the inconvenience, and I'll flick him a gold coin behind my back right to him.
snatches it. Right, so you're back onto the streets of Ankaral. You do.
Well, do you guys want to go to the park and chill for a minute, so we're not just waiting around outside here? We only got an hour.
No, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume we're taking a short rest.
You have an hour to wait, so if you want.
In that case, Hatoom's gonna use harness divine power and use his two uses of channel divinity to regain 2 second level spell slots.
Cool.
I think Kalen is going to go try to shop for a blanket of any size.
Sure, blankets. Very easy to find.
Nice.
Get you back a silver piece.
Alright,
One
alright.
bun's worth of blanket.
Maybe I'll even buy 2.
Oh, extravagant.
Oh, we got a blanket for the same price as these buns?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna bring back blankets.
Amber, I can change the flavor of that bun if you'd like. Anything you want, just tell me.
It tastes fine. It's a little hard though. As she's like biting it, like trying to like gnaw at it.
Could use it to feed the birds here in the park.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll take another loaf and start breaking it up into pieces.
Breaking is definitely the word. Gently pulling apart the bun is not the word. Breaking. That's good.
She's like the blunt end of her spears, just like starts pounding on it.
Okay, so with Amber wrestling with her bread, Hatoom saying some prayers, the hour passes.
Well, I think it's been enough time, don't you guys?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's go see about that red bread.
Red
Cadence,
bread.
I know you normally take the lead, but maybe on this one I should, since he has the rapport with me.
Sure, do whatever.
All right, we'll walk there and then
Knock on the door.
Oh yeah, I tried to knock on my desk. I guess it didn't come through. Yeah.
Didn't come through, no. Yeah,
Yep, knock on the door.
The door swings open. Old Man Crook is there, and a second figure is there. It's a gnome, and actually got a picture of what this gnome looks like. This is what the gnome looks like.
Ooh. More red cloaks.
And right, everybody come in.
Hey, they have fire. Maybe Kaylin can talk to this person.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't want to talk to him. I just want to stare at his fire.
Stare at his fire.
Alright, so I know what everybody's here for. You're all here for some, shall we say, exotic purchases. And, this is what I imagine everybody's interested in. And he gets a case and undoes the case. Inside is a short sword. The short sword has a dull, rusty colour, and it has veins of what you now know is ruidium running through it. Not dissimilar to what you saw on Io Jabi's hand. Right, so I know you were interested in this. This is Ashan, by the way. Ashan says, "Yeah, hello. Nice to meet you. I assume you guys are here to bid as well?"
Oh, to bid? There's going to be others. A contest on this?
Oh, a contest of who has the most gold and is prepared to pay for it. If you consider that a contest, then yes.
I don't see anybody else in the room wanting to purchase.
Alright, listen up. We're going to start this bidding. If you don't have the coin, I'm really not sure why you're here. But initially, 1,000 gold pieces for the sword. Ashan says, yes. I can pay that. 1,000 gold pieces. I swing over to you in particular, Bass.
1,005.
Look, friend, we're not going to do this. 100 gold piece increments.
Okay, I'm sorry. 1,100 gold.
1,200.
1,500.
1,600.
1,700.
2,000.
1,000. I think your friend here went back down. See, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
2,000.
I think he went back down.
Clean out your hairs, friend. 2,000. Oh, 2,000 is his bid.
I'll look over at Cadence for some guidance.
2,009 buns.
What?
She'll take out her 9 buns that she has. Adding this to the bid.
Look, miss, you plainly don't know what's happening here. We bid in gold pieces. Current bid is 2,000. If you're interested in going higher, your next bid would be 2,100.
What if I can offer something other than gold?
I'm listening.
Speak to my friend here as I gesture to Cadence.
Cadis. Look, unless I hear another bid. He raises his hammer. Going once. Going twice.
Listen, what if we can promise more business?
Going 2.5. What type of business?
We have connections. We can bring in lots more customers for you to auction off other items of this nature if you have them.
Tell you what, give me 2,000 gold pieces and you got yourself a deal. No, that's not fair. I bid 2,000. Let's see your money,
Well,
friend.
Bass will open. He'll have his hands together and then he'll open up and then you'll see a chest appear with what appears to be the gold. It's a minor illusion.
Yeah, assume you won't mind if I count that, would you, friend?
Well, is there no trust among us here? Kind of just in the darkness here? You know, those of us that work in the backside of things?
No. Just put your gold down on the table. Tip it out so we can count it.
All right, set it down.
Goes to count it as his hand pass harmlessly through the minor illusion. Alright. Enough mucking around. You guys have wasted my time. I'm not too happy about it. Alright, Ashan closes up the lid, gives him the sword. Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business with you. And Ashan goes to leave, and his old man Croc says, alright, screwed me around enough. You obviously didn't have the gold to pay for it. Now, piss off.
By the way, which door is Ashan leaving from?
The back one.
Kalen is gonna go to the door before he goes there, and he's gonna slam the door close. And he's gonna look at the others and like give them a stare and be like, are we gonna...
No, none of that business type of shenanigans in my business. Let the gnome go. We're not doing this. Let him go.
Kalen's gonna just stare at Katie's, waiting for some kind of reply.
You with us?
Oh,
please?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the gnome go.
Sorry, that wasn't looking at the wrong chat. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was looking somewhere else, Cadus. Okay. Ashan says, excuse me. Get out of my way. To Kalen.
Oh, yeah, sure, sorry, mister.
And he very purposefully steps on your foot as he's leaving. He's a gnome, though, so it doesn't hurt. And he starts heading off down the street. All right, you lot,
I'm just
clear
gonna
out.
give him a smile. That's cute.
I wasn't prepared for such extreme prices. Next time I'll bring the coin with me.
No more trickery. Stupid minor illusion would fool me. Piss off.
I suppose we'll leave them.
Okay.
Come, guys.
Yeah.
Another day, perhaps.
Yes,
Cadus.
another day indeed.
Cadus, he notices you following him, and he immediately starts running away, carrying his little short sword with him, just taking off down the street. Gonna chase after him?
Amber, can you follow him with your familiar?
Oh, she chill touched him.
Push.
All right. Let me get stuff set up.
And yeah, I'd be conjuring Hawkeye after leaving the building and have Hawkeye chase it, fall after him from above.
And I would have summoned the scythe when we got out the door.
Okay, just a sec. Oh, okay, well, that hits him, to say the least. Roll damage on that Cadus. Sweet Jesus.
Oh, ho, ho.
Wow.
Wow. Mercatus doesn't mess around.
Okay. Whoops. Okay, so the chill touch just woof, gouts out and grabs him around the heart, and she just pulling out some life energy. Just, ugh! And he is still running. He is taking off. And just to keep things organized, put you all on a map. Just a second. And yeah. In the words of my son, please.
Roll for initiative.
Did we get everybody on there? I think I did.
I think we're missing Hawkeye real quick.
It's Hawkeye.
Yes.
Would we all be grouped together out of the back door, or?
Yeah, feel free to, anywhere you like around this door here. Well, actually, so you guys are more like, and I just dragged you randomly, you're more kind of up in this area.
Yeah.
Oops. So just around, this is the back door here, so feel free to position yourself. And so, the chill touch comes in, grabs him by his heart. He's carrying this little short sword and he's taking off. It slams into his back. And can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please, Cadus?
Yeah, where did Cadus's token go?
Ah, did we lose Cadus, did we? Nope. Okay, my son not dragged her on. Cadus here, sort of out the front, initiating this craziness. And what did Cadus get for her? Oh, there it is, 18. Okay. Yeah, Cadus, wisdom saving throw. 2. Ah, great. As you hit this creature running away, you feel an intense pain right in your head, and you stumble for a moment, and you see the guy kind of turning around and doing a big swish with his hand as you hit him, and you take that much psychic damage as a blast in your head.
Question: is that a spell reaction or?
Nope, it's not a spell.
Okay.
Yep. So just him's it. Bess, you're up.
Okay. Kalen's next to me. I'll look at Kalen and say, "Do you want to cut him off with me?"
Oh yes, please.
So you're agreeing to come with me.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bass will just start chanting, Jeff Keith, Jeff Keith, Jeff Keith. Kalen, it's time. We ride the thunder together. And he's going to thunder step. So 90 feet teleport, bringing Kalen with me. And yeah, we're gonna cut him off. So
Nice.
I guess put me here and Kalen here.
Okay. So feel free to move.
And no, right there. All right, Kalen, move over here.
Here?
Yep.
Okay,
You
nice.
gotta come in an unoccupied square within 5 feet of me.
Oh yeah.
And that was my action. So bonus action, I'll stab him with the longsword.
Okay.
Do we take any thunder damage, by the way?
Let me see if that's all creatures within 10 or... Oh yeah, each creature within 10 feet of this space I left has to make a... Oh yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, you guys gotta make a con save, yeah.
Okay, so I guess Cadus, Hawkeye, Amber, and Hatoom. What's the DC? Oh, 16, so Cadus fails.
16.
Hatoom
Is
fails.
it half damage on a fail?
It's half on
Or
a fail,
half
yeah.
damage on...
Half on a fail, yeah.
Then
Wait, if we were here... Oh yeah, Cadus would
Hawkeye's
have-
gonna
oh,
die
damn.
regardless then.
Yeah. Poor Hawkeye has a bad habit of dying.
Oh no.
Yeah, so as you thunder step away, obviously work out your damage. It's 11 if you make it,
Yes.
5 if you don't. So Cadus 11, Hatoom 5, Amber 11, and let's say Hawkeye miraculously tried to dodge out the way, and he did, and only took 5 points of damage, which is 5 times his hit points. So, and of course this echoes around the place.
Hawkeye only has 3 hit points.
So, sorry guys, new spell, still getting used to it.
But regardless, you and Kalen bounce over there. Ashen says, Guards! Guards! Help! Help! And with this loud boom that Kalen has just done, Yeah, it's a loud boom and guards again. And Ashen goes, This is self-defense. And he looks around and says, These people attacked me. I am defending myself. And
We haven't done anything yet, or scratched as Cadis has actually.
Yep, shot him in the
But
back.
Kellen is gonna say, "Are you sure you want to call the guards with that kind of weapon you're having on your hands?"
That's an
I guess that will be fun to
question.
explain.
Boom! And he casts a spell on you, cast Crimson Bolt. He rolls a 23 to hit. I assume that hits base.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
And you take 20 points of psychic damage.
Nope. I'm going to silvery barbs that.
Hey, what's your AC? Caleb?
18. I'm
18.
equipping a shield.
Okay, let me re-roll again. This time a dirty 20. So you still take 20 points of psychic damage as he just boosh, unloads on you and says, Keep your hands away from me! And he casts his Crimson Bolt spell again. This time rolling a natural 20. Yay!
Ooh, boy.
Wow! Is he gonna one-shot me?
Well,
Oh,
this
Oh, boy.
is an incredibly bad roll. So, the damage he does is 3d10. On his 3d10 roll, he rolled a 1, a 2, and a 2. So,
Wow.
that adds up to 9. And for his critical hit, he rolls a 6, a 2, and a 3. So, net effect, you take 20 points of psychic damage.
Or
Is that both of
total
us,
40?
or
Yeah, total of 40 from both attacks.
Okay, I'm still standing, but I'm spitting blood.
I'm still
did that hit
standing.
Bass as well, or was that just to Kalen?
Just to Kalen. And he
Okay,
blasts away.
with silvery barbs, Kalen, you'll get the advantage. So you have advantage on whatever you do next.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And then do something here. Make this map a bit bigger. Okay. Pretend there's beautiful artwork to the south now. It's not just white space. Okay, and he says, Get away from me! Stay away from me! Guards, help! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he takes off. You can attack if you like.
I will,
Bass or Kalen.
Yes, sir, indeed. Take my attack of opportunity on him.
Okay.
Did you already use your reaction though for silvery barbs?
Oh, I did. I can't. You're
Aha.
well. Yep, you're right. I did reaction that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kalen?
Kaylin has one though.
He does.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my reaction to try and grapple him.
Okay. So make your roll.
It's with advantage. Silvery barbs.
Okay.
Oh, thank God for that. But
9.
not religious, so thanking God doesn't help.
Well, not necessarily a failure, but that's pretty bad. Let's see if he slips away from you. Well, he rolls a 10. So,
Wow.
battle of the weaklings, in this particular case, and he just slips away. Okay, so he slips out of your grasp and starts taking away, saying, Guards! Guards! Cadus. Oh, Cadus was... Wait. Cadus is off the map somewhere, so yes, this Cadus icon here, as you were, Cadus. What do you do? Oh, you're chill touching again. Chill touch. So, unfortunately, the chill touch goes wide as he slips through. Notice he's wearing some type of magical armor as well, and if it wasn't for his magical armor, that would have hit. So the spell goes off and just dissipates around him. As a bonus action, you can teleport up to... Okay, so feel free to move 30 feet as you bounce around the battle map and boom, you appear over there. And you still have your movement if you like, Cadus. That was just your action and your bonus action. Do you want to move? Okay, cool. So right up next to him. Get your hands off me! Guards! Kalen.
Okay. First, I'm going to use my where is it? Second wind to try to gain some HP back.
Okay.
I guess it's better than nothing.
That's your bonus action.
I think yes, it is. And I'm going to, I believe, Oh, that's interesting. But I'm in a pinch because if I were to attack him with my weapon, I would have to kill him. But that doesn't affect ranged attack or magic attacks, only weapon attacks. But I can
always
use...
designate non-lethal if you attack him.
Oh, I think my sword wouldn't agree with non-lethal. But I could always try to... yeah. I guess grappling isn't weapon attacks, right?
No.
No, okay. Yeah, I'm going to get right up next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Actually, 5, 10, 15. Actually, here I think I can go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to grapple in once more.
Okay. Make your roll. Being yours 18. Okay. Plus 2 to this. Ah, natural 20. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh well.
Die.
I guess I'm using my action surge to try to do it again.
Alright. This time your roll was a 21.
Oh my god. And I roll a 11. Such a sneaky bastard.
Told you, keep your hands off me! And he just slips away. Here's a plus 2 to his deck, so he's rolling quite well.
Yeah. Please, just stop so no one gets hurt.
You got gnomed! Very good, Hatoom. Okay,
Oh,
so
don't
you
play
try
with
and grab him.
fire.
He's slipping out the way. No net effect. Not much. Amber, what do you do? Is everybody's dashing away, firing around spells?
I'm gonna go 30 feet down the path here.
Mm-hmm.
And how far is this? Ooh. That is just in range.
Nice.
It's gonna call out to beasts of the forest for anyone to come and help her.
Okay.
Which is a conjure animals, they CR2.
CR2. And how many CR2 can you get?
Get one.
Just one.
And that's your choice of whatever would make sense in the area.
Can I choose Hunter Shark? No, I can't. I cannot. Okay.
I mean, I guess one could show up in the canal there.
I see a canal.
That'll be the. I'm not there.
Plus, Plesiosaur appears in the canal there.
Get a giant boar. Oh, you get just the one of them though. They give you control over this. Amber. And does it roll initiative, Amber? Its own initiative?
I believe it gets its own initiative, yeah.
Okay, let me roll that for you. So it gets an 18. And you get to decide where you want to place it, right? So feel free to place it wherever.
I summoned it like right in front of him.
That's like...
Right.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, Amber. Yes, you conjure animals as giant boar pops up, and yeah, well done. Things are getting complicated. Just reorder this, and Hatoom, it's your turn.
And I
Yes.
just need to change up his hit points as well while Hatoom takes his turn.
Sure.
Yes. Hatoom is going to see what Krook is doing. Because this is probably making a commotion. And he's going to open the door and look in. What is Krook doing? Is he frantically wrapping up his stuff and preparing to make a run for it?
No, he just appears to be counting the coins that he got. And he did pay 2,000 for those coins. And he sees you open, so, look, friend, whatever happening out there, not my problem, you understand? I'm just a simple baker.
Okay then. Hatoom's gonna just shut the door.
Uh-huh.
And move 10, 15, 20, 25. Might be a bit difficult hits, but he's gonna go for a let's see, a guiding bolt at first level. Try to
Ooh.
just shut him down.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Wow.
So dirty 20 for 12 radiant.
Yeah, that absolutely hits as your guiding bolt flies across, slams into the back of him for 12 points of damage. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh yeah.
So once again, this similar thing to what happens to Kater. Some of the guiding bolt energy that hits him almost reflects back to you as if his agony was reflected. And you can take half of this, Hatoom, because you made the saving throw. So you can take 4 points of damage as it blasts back. I'm so terribly on 3d10. Come on. Oh, there we go. I'll save that 26 for next time. But yes, this reflection, you hit him. He, of course, he lights up. He's going to be easier to hit now. Is that your turn, Hatoom?
Yes.
Okay, now let's check something, because it's his turn now.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
Last turn it had me before him, and I went before him.
Oh, sure. Yep, Bass. We'll just change that around. Bass.
So my board is really tanky.
Okay, I will take my 30. And let's see here. We'll bonus action hex him,
Okay.
and we'll give him the disadvantage to dexterity.
Nice.
So that's the hex, and 2 swings with the scythe, and the first one is at advantage if I remember because of guiding bolt.
Yes.
Okay, first swing with advantage. Not good with advantage.
That misses.
Okay, second swing.
That one hits.
Okay, so 11, and then the 2 from hex, so 11 slashing, 2 necrotic.
Okay, you cut across his body. Ah! You murderers, you thieves! You cut down over a person over a simple business transaction? How dare you! And...
You have an illegal item. We're stopping a criminal.
Guards! Guards!
Yes, guards, come! Illegal item! Illegal item!
Okay, so that's what you do. You cut into him, and now it's his turn. Okay. He looks around and he sees Cadus looking a bit wrecked. He sees Kalen looking a bit wrecked. You, Genasi! You're the worst of the lot of them! He casts Crimson Bolt spell on you. He rolls...
Reaction, counter spell.
Ooh.
Technically it's not a spell. And I think you
Okay,
know that.
okay,
It's an
then-
innate
then-
ability. So I'll just say you don't do that.
Yep. I didn't. You said spell, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, it's just me flavoring it. There's an 18 hits you, Kalen.
My armor class is 18.
Oh, okay. So he lays it into you for 14 psychic damage. You still up?
Yeah, barely. Like, not barely, but just about barely.
Why won't you die? And he uses his ability again. Oh my goodness. Ah, Malcolm, why do you do this to yourself? Natural 1. Just flies
thank
off.
God.
You just had like a ton of 20s. That's why.
And he sees himself surrounded. And he says, Look at this. You may swing away if you wish.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try to grapple.
Oh, Cadus, not good. But Bess, you hit. Is your little boar friend taking a swing?
And I gotta do the hex damage as well. 1 second here.
So Kalen and Bess. Oh, well, let's do Bess first. Bess, you swing out of him. You do hit him. You cut into him.
So 14 slashing and 6 necrotic from hex.
20 points of damage. Bess, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
He uses his reflect agony ability again, because he's got his reaction back. And you take half of that, so you take 8 points of damage. A giant ball misses. Kalen, you try and grapple him.
Yeah.
Are 25 this time. This is at disadvantage 2. It was pretty good. 14. Good enough.
Finally.
I've got a hold of him. Get your hands off me! Come on, this is a big misunderstanding. Look, you can have the sword, just don't kill me. Giant boar's turn.
Giant boar's just gonna be can I actually make a non-lethal attack as a boar? Actually, no,
Yes.
Cadus
Yes,
has
you
him,
can.
so I'm just gonna we'll just hold an action if it tries to break out of Kalen's grasp.
Okay. Look, you can have the sword. I don't want to die. Just take the sword. And he throws the sword on the ground. Cadus.
Really? Do you want the blanket at this time? Oh yeah. I thought you were just feeling cold, but sure, I guess that's a good idea.
I will point out, Cadus, that the sword is in a box. It's inside of a box. You can still wrap it up in a blanket, of course, but I assume you avoid touching it. But it's in a box. Okay, so picks up the box. Right!
Yeah.
You have what you
I
wanted!
think
That cost me 2,000 gold pieces! Just go! Just go!
you know this sword could have cost you your life if you weren't more careful. I said that you should stop, but you didn't listen, and look at it now. But I have a feeling that you should be delivered to, well, some kind of authorities. What do you think, guys? Should we let this guy off the hook, or should we bring him somewhere else?
I think we take him back to the Cobalt with us.
Probably back to the library.
Look, I've given
She'd
you
also
the
take that
sword!
box back.
If you want to start taking me somewhere, I'm gonna... The guards are on their way. We can either talk to the guards and say this is a big misunderstanding, or I'm gonna point out the literal sword words on my back and say these guys did it, and then we'll have a bigger problem. So what
My
I'm
little
suggesting...
gnome, do you really think you're in a position to make these kind of demands? Really?
Look, I
You
have
know that
witnesses.
we're working
Look,
with the kobolds.
this person. Look, and he points to a half elf over there. You saw them attack me, didn't you? Oh yeah, I saw them attack you. And you over there, you saw them attack me, didn't you? Yeah. They attacked you for sure.
Guys, maybe we should just take the sword back to the kobold and go. We don't want the guards again. Let's
Oh,
run while we can.
but I really feel we're in a good position to take him with us, you know? I'm gonna ask the people, did you guys see the sword that he also dropped?
I saw you cut him. The sword's in
Yeah.
a box once again.
Did you see the box that he dropped?
Let him go.
Oh, Cadus wanders off.
I'm with Cadence. I'm wandering away from this. I'm
Yeah.
going with her.
I'm just gonna push the gnome into the ground and just walk away, angrily.
Make a strength check. He rolls a 19.
Oh. I'm gonna do my best at least. Oh!
I was gonna start wandering off. Just like starts eating some like grass or whatever.
In the event of a draw, nothing changes. The state remains the same. So you push him, he doesn't fall over.
Yeah, I don't care. I just want to release my anger at him and walk away.
Okay, so Kaelin's walking away. Cadus has already taken off. Bess has taken off. Boar's wandering away. Amber, Hatoom.
Hatoom's going to scribble a note and take a small knife and pin it to the wall. He's going to scribble illegal contraband on the outside of Brooks Bakery.
Okay.
And he's going to walk past one of the ones observing everything happening and just say, "Oh, when the guards show up, tell them to check out the bakery. There's something going on there. Illegal contraband. Spooky weapons." And he's going to just, toodaloo.
Okay. And Amber?
Amber's gonna step into the bushes here where I'm out of sight, and I'm gonna turn into an uncorralled dog.
Ah, cool. Okay, little dog. Nice. Hatoom,
And
Here,
start
boy.
making my way back to the library.
old man
Yeah,
Crook
same.
comes and takes a note off the window, off the door, and goes back inside.
Did you see the notes?
He did. He crumples it up.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
All right. So Cadus and Kaelin and Bass and Amber have taken off to various things. Hatoom's taking his time. Tomb. Guards approach you. Right. What's going on here? There's some disturbance in this area. Do you know anything about it? I notice everybody's
yes.
tokens just running away from Hatoom. Screw this guy. It's all leaving. Do you know anything
what do you
about
see?
this? Yes.
Yes, me and my friend, we were investigating a place dealing in illegal contraband, black market stuff, weapons that are very bad for you and, well, can be infectious. And, well, we got a hint that this was the place, Crook's Bakery. We stopped one of
Persuasion
those
check, please.
people from making up with one.
Persuasion?
Yep.
Gonna roll for that. Yeah. You haven't opened the box, but you have, as you've all abandoned Hatoom, you have plenty of time to check out the box. And the sword is still in there. Once again, looks rust-colored almost, with streaks of what looks like ruidium flowing through it.
You perhaps heard of this Iridium stuff that's circulating. This is the
Ruidium?
guy.
What the bloody hell's ruidium?
No. I thought you were in the know. Shame.
Old man Crook comes out and says, "Look, officers, this is just a misunderstanding. I am a simple baker. You're more than welcome to come in and have a look around, and there'll be a free pastry for anybody who is wants to have a look around. Right, look, we believe everything you say, Pachyderm. Maybe this is maybe this is a fence for stolen goods. Maybe this is a front. Maybe it's not. We're gonna have a look around. One of the guards stands next to you, Hatoom. Yeah, you can just stay with me. And the two guards enter into the building.
Tomb's gonna whisper to the guard, don't eat the bread. It's very stale.
Okay. He goes in and closes the door behind him. Only about a minute goes by and the guards come out. Look, friend, we don't know what you got your information from, but it's plainly false. There's absolutely nothing happening in here. I suggest you just go on your way.
Perhaps my information was wrong then. Well, we'll see.
Definitely wrong.
Probably, yes. Well, sorry to have wasted your time. I'll be on my way then.
Hey. Leave. Make your perception check, Hatoom. Very good. Christian, what happened inside?
Well, I peeked in and saw Crook just looking around bored, I guess.
No. What happened inside was he paid them off. Pure and simple. Your perception check reveals that their coin purse is just a little bit heavier than it was before.
Aha.
Ooh.
Jim's not going to say anything and just wander off.
All right.
It's that diplomat training.
Just trying to get the practice in
you
for your
handle-
Hatoom, for your future career.
The guards are corrupt. That's going to end well.
Oh, I tried.
Alright, so you eventually, we'll say, all managed to meet up again. Find each other,
Yeah.
and maybe except for Amber. Amber, do you continue to be a dog?
Wait at least until we get to the library where it's safe.
Okay. So the rest of you gather up except for Amber. What do you do?
To the library?
Okay. I mean, that whole encounter did not go down the way of expected it was, which pretty much sums up the last 4 or 5 sessions. But this is the beauty of Dungeons and Dragons, right? Weird things happen and you deal with it. Okay, so you return to the temple. You find Iwo there in his usual place. So what?
Dog might be sitting there already too.
So yes. What did you find? What did you discover from Old Man Crook?
Well, you're right. He was dealing in magical items infused with the radium.
Do you have any proof of this?
Yeah, let's look at Cadence here as
Huh?
she opens the box.
Oh, this is very serious indeed. Well, this is very interesting. We're going to take a moment to study the sword and find out any more information we can about what's going on here. And maybe over time, probably going to look at destroying the sword. I don't think it's good for anybody. I assume, did anybody touch the sword?
Outside the box, not to our knowledge.
Okay, that's good. Well, payment. Well, several things I
You
can
also,
do here.
you also are going to want to investigate a gnome by the name of Ashen. He was there. We had to bid for the sword. was a little confrontation outside of it. We surrounded him. He threw it down. We got the sword and ran away before guards came.
Yeah. He also seems really wealthy, so might narrow it down.
Oh, okay. We'll keep an eye out from Ushin, and we'll coordinate with the Hands of Ord to hopefully shut down Old Man Crook's operation. I appreciate you handing over the sword. The sword, many people might be tempted to use it. So it's a way of saying thank you. I'm prepared to offer you a little reward. Let's be honest, it's a pretty large award. And he hands you over 1,000 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Oh,
Now, I have some other news to give you as well. So far, you've helped us. You've revealed information about the cultist of Zahir. You've returned. You told us about Aloysian and the things that have come over here. I think it's time for me to officially welcome you to fully fledged members of the Cobalt Soul. And he hands each one of you a monastic robe that's worn by other members of the Cobalt Soul. So, if you're ever working as a member of the Cobalt Soul or wish to identify yourself, then please wear this robe. And
Is it
is it
required of us to wear it at all times in case of doing some undercover missions or the likes?
Oh, no. Just when you're conducting official Cobalt Soul business. That would be fine.
Okay.
Now, as a further benefit of a member of the Ankorel, you have a free lodging anywhere in Ankorel for as long as you're a member. Now, of course, this is not going to extravagant hotels and inns. You may think of a modest ability, modest means. You have free board and lodging at those places. Now, you also have access to some magic items. Now, unfortunately, we can't give you these magic items for free, but I happen to know if you'd be interested in these. We have a couple of, at the moment, we have some spells. We have a spell scroll of detect magic, divination, and commune. Would anybody be interested in any one of those spell scrolls?
Which spells were they?
Detect magic, divination, and commune.
Those are one-time uses, right? Unless you can write them down into your spellbook.
Yeah, one-time use, or put
Yeah.
them into your spellbook. Anybody interested?
I could grab the divination and commune spells, I suppose.
Of course. That will set you back 375 gold pieces.
Oh, for sale. Oh,
For sale. That's all right.
I heard wrong. Sorry. I'm saving this money for special purposes. So, sorry.
That's
Mr.
okay.
Sonari.
I have one more item that you might be interested in. It's a pair of sending stones that I've been communicating to you with. If you'd like a pair of sending stones, it might be... We'll set you back 250 gold pieces.
What are the price of those?
250.
Oh, okay. Do you guys offer magical assistance as well?
Magical assistance? What do you mean?
You see, I have this sword which I found recently. It seems really powerful, but I also suspect that it's cursed. Do you guys have the means to remove this curse?
Kaelin, you love the sword. You don't want to get rid of the sword. You don't even mention that it's cursed. Not that easy. You love that sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't get myself to.
No.
Oh shit.
No.
Alright.
No. And everybody completely ignore what Tord just said. Yep.
Hatoom hasn't noticed anything about it either, so he won't.
Just whistling in the background.
Yep. So, yep, that conversation never happened. You love that sword, Hatoom. It's damn cool.
He's glowing red, giving me the edgy wipes.
It's not rubidium based, if that's what you're asking. It's nice.
Oh,
looking
I
sword.
think it's just glowing with this dark, radiant aura. But it's cool, so I like it.
All right.
It fits my fiery image.
All right. So congratulations on being part of the Cobalt Soul. It's you're most welcome.
Well, thank you indeed. Now, as members of the Cobalt Soul, do we have access to the entrance to Kelmoro, or is that something we have to work more on?
Not quite yet. I know you have interest there. I need to do some, shall we say, negotiating with the Allegiance of Orsight, who are trying to monopolize that at the moment. Let me work on that to getting you access to Calamaro. It's definitely on the cards, though. All right. So I think this could be a good place to pause it with the Lux Run Casino job coming up as well, which might give you more clues about what's happening. You've got the Jewel of the Three Prayers back, which I assume is wrap it up with drinks at the end. Perfect. And Cadus, I assume obviously you're hiding the Jewel of the Three Prayers. And I assume you've seen the new cool things that it can do now that it's in its awakened state.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay,
Malcolm, just a heads up. I
Sure.
will not be here next Wednesday for the session. I have I got to go for union training. I'm on our union board at my job,
sure.
so I'll be out of town.
No problem. Important stuff. Okay, I'll take note of that. Otherwise than that, I'll see everybody next week as somehow the things are back on track. With Hatoom, though. What a price Hatoom paid.
Yes, and Weasley ran from the guards this time.
Oof.
All right. I gotta pick my kids
Can you
up as
imagine
well.
if we got caught again? It's like, you guys again?
Not this time.
Third time this week.
I must say though, if you killed Ashan, things would have gotten serious again, because that would be murder. Murder's bad. I mean, killing goblins in the depth of a dungeon is one thing. Killing gnomes on the street of Ankarel, a whole different story. Okay,
What if
but
she killed us?
I gotta dash, guys, so I gotta get
Yeah.
my kids. So
See ya.
see you later. Bye bye.
All right,
everyone.
see you.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
See you
Cheers.
Friday.